There are some wicked gaps on these Land Rover bodies. So we're going to use Dum Dum, but we can't call it Dum Dum because it isn't really Dum Dum. This is the stuff. People ask me 1,000 times what it is. This is it here. Proform PF300 is what I'm using, but you can also get 3M caulking strip. It's exactly the same. Like a bit of licorice, innit? Right, so what we're going to do, I'll try and show you. Let's see. I'll try and show you on this piece of door here. Rain will come down the gutter in here, and then if there's a gap, it will get around that gap and drip down the inside and onto the floor. We don't want that. So what we're going to do, where have you gone? Is simply knead a piece of Dum Dum or caulking strip or whatever you want to call it. It isn't as good as Dum Dum, I must admit. It's too dry. It wants something, you know. And again, that's thanks to the EU that real Dum Dum was outlawed. Probably had something carcinogenic in it. But anyway, we lived for 100 years with it, but never mind. Knead it into a little ball, and then put the ball in the gap, like that. Now we aren't quite finished yet, because then we're going to cover it with duct tape. Strip of duct tape, and put it over, like that. So it's a nice fit. You know, it's a nice smooth edge. It doesn't matter what your duct tape's going to look like, it doesn't matter if it's a bit cockeyed, but as long as it keeps that Dum Dum in place, it'll be fine. Now I'm going to go around all the corners, the tops, and this other piece here, and we'll fill it in. Just a couple of quick observations. You may have noticed when I shut the door, and I shut it without the striker on. Take it off, because it makes it awful lot easier to open and close the door to find out what your gaps are. Secondly, this little winky wanky thing here to hold your windscreen on, if you've got this type with a fold down screen, don't take it off, just back it off, because it's sometimes very difficult to get this piece to go inside. There is a little bit of wiggle room on it, so back it off, and then when we put this on, it's going to go fine. There's the seal. You can see how soft it is. It's really, really soft. Is it going to last? I don't know. Let's take the camera off and look at the caulking. You can probably see on the other side where there's no Dum Dum or tape, the huge gaps there are in the corners. People wonder why Land Rovers leak. I've tightened up all the bolts underneath here. They were loose because we just threw this back together. I put some tape on these corners here, on this joint, on here and on here, and now we can fit the seal. Now the seal, obviously it's a nice one made in Poland, nice and soft. Yeah, it should fit nice. It should fit nice. I hope it does. It was expensive enough. I'm going to use a rubber mallet to tap it on with. The seals are factory cut to length. They should be right. Now, how can you tell them apart? On the driver's side, well, on the front edge of the seal, there is a little cut off that goes on the inside, so it goes up there. So that little cutout goes up there, so then you can't go wrong. And this is where we're going to start. Now you probably won't be able to see because I've got me back to the camera. I'm going to push that onto there in the corner, and then we're going to come up here and do this one in the corner, like that. That's on. Nice and tight in the corner. Now, surprise, surprise, we're going to start now down at the bottom. We're going to start down here because a lot of people stretch the seal and find it's either too long or too short. So, making sure it's going the right way around. That falls on the floor. Push that into the corner. And work over. Now we'll get to this little bendy bit in a minute. That's quite easy. You just simply fold it round and push it as you're knocking it. I've got everything falling on the floor today. If it doesn't go, just give it a push round. I couldn't have found a filthier hammer. But there you go, you see? How easy was that? I mean, it had to be easy for these guys in Birmingham putting it together. But anyway, that's that seal there. There's a little bit of a funny gapette at the top here. Here. I don't know what that's with. The seal is actually in the corner. It's the way that the corner's been cut. So now I'm going to do the front end. I bet you won't be able to see that either. Let's have a look. So again, one of the principal things we've got to do here is take out the pin for the check strap. Take the pin out, put it in the pocket, lose it later. Again, start right down at the very bottom. Work your way up. Get the filthiest hour you can find. Tap it in. Now, this is where it gets a bit tricky. Because now we're faced with two angles. We've got the angle for the window and then we've got that bulgy bit that comes out. So in this instance we're going to come down the windscreen first. And now we'll get to that nasty little catch here. Oops. This bit, it's really nasty to do. But again, by taking off the catch, you should be able to push that in. And it'll stay. Work your way down. And then round. It almost follows itself, if you see what I mean. There we go. Ta-da! No tears, no cutting. Perfect. There'll be a little pucker here, that's not a problem, but you can see in this corner here how it's gone nice and tight. So I'm quite pleased with that. All I've got to do now is work out the striker. Because, oh look at that, look at that, that's not even, hey, I tell you something, I pulled the roof down a bit. And this has moved a little bit now. I wonder if I take that piece of wood out it might just work again. Let me fiddle about with it, the door. Oh well, with a bit of advanced tweaking, bending and fannying about, the door shuts fine. It's not 100%, I'd like it a little bit higher here, but if I put it higher I'm going to be out on the top gap. You see what I mean? I'm going to be out on the top gap here. Seems I can't win. Well, it's Land Rovers, you're not supposed to win. So that I'm happy with that. I'm just not happy with that seal at the top corner where it was being moulded, but I might just put a bit of dum-dum in there and well, let's do it now. I might put just a bit of dum-dum in that top corner. Make it look a bit tasty, you know what I mean? Because there's nothing worse than looking at gaps. Even though the seal's a bit wrong, you can see where it's moulded. It's not going really tight into that corner. Let's bring that down. At least water won't get in it. So, that's that side done. Let's go and do the other side and let's have a look at it when it's finished.